I'm always curious about how we don't embrace LeBron. Like we embrace Steph Curry and we embrace Patrick Mahomes. There's certain athletes we embrace. Why is LeBron not embraceable?
Well, I think, first of all, a lot of people do embrace him, but it feels like half of the country doesn't, or half of the NBA fans. But I think we have to go back a little bit in time.
But we embraced Jordan.
Yes, but that's part of the problem. When you're coming in as the declared successor to Michael, right away, that's a huge disadvantage because Michael has this huge, deeply embedded following. He transformed basketball. He was bigger than the game. He's loved beyond the borders of the United States. He is that mythical of a figure. LeBron comes in as the guy who's supposed to basically replace him, not just succeed him, but replace him. That's tough. He didn't ask for that. It was put on him. Early in his career, and I'm talking about the Cleveland years, I think LeBron was largely admired. I mean, he wasn't controversial in the Cleveland years. When he did what he did to Detroit in Game 5, I mean, as things like that were happening, the NBA world was embracing him more and more and more because you just couldn't help but be impressed with what he was doing with a team that had no business competing with teams like the Pistons, but for the fact they had LeBron. Then everything changes when he said he was taking his talents to South Beach.
Yeah.
Now it's not just embrace, it's everybody in the league against LeBron except for people who live in Miami. And it took him going back to Cleveland to start to reverse that. And then LeBron just did something very bold that no one else in his position would do because it was so risky, which was he stepped into politics. And he did it he started doing it during the Obama years, and that was actually one of my favorite parts of the book to write, because people forget that LeBron's first brush with politics was heading into the Beijing Olympics when Krzyzewski was the coach and Kobe was on that team. People forget that it was the same playoffs where LeBron went to town on Detroit in Game 5. That same playoffs season is when LeBron was hammered mercilessly for declining to sign a letter that his teammate, Ira Newbley, had put together and all the rest of the Cavaliers signed, calling out China for their human rights violations. LeBron didn't sign it. All the major media in the United States hit LeBron pretty hard for that. Then Game 5 happened, and all that went away. Then a year later, the Olympics came, and it all came back. And LeBron went to the Olympics with Kobe, and they did a press conference where LeBron basically said, you can't mix politics and sports. That was the summer of '08. Barack Obama was running for president, and Jay-Z has agreed to do these benefit concerts for candidate Obama. And he asks LeBron, or he invites LeBron to do the last one with him in Cleveland, and LeBron does it. And he gets up on stage in a packed house, and he endorses Obama, and he encourages the whole place to vote for him. That's his coming out into politics in '08. Over the next 8 years, Barack Obama did more to recruit NBA players into the White House, not just when they won championships. People like Magic Johnson were going to the White House just to help Obama with his domestic agenda. And LeBron did that. He did it with the Affordable Care Act. LeBron learned a lot in the Obama years, in those 8 years. And by the time those 8 years are over, he's endorsed Hillary Clinton. He campaigns for Hillary Clinton. And then he starts to take on Trump when Trump gets elected. And I think when he did that, now it's forget sports fans.
Oh, yeah.
This is totally different. And so when you ask that big question about LeBron, he is a much more complex character, individual, than most athletes who come along in America. He didn't start that way, but he has become that over the years.